YouTube, welcome back. Shield Bow earned its rightful place on my Forbidden Playstyles vault, so I'm here to give it spotlight that it truly deserves. Forbidden Combatant. With all the AD that you're going to be revolving yourself around, you will find yourself killing squishies. But you also have the option of going Cleaver, which will help you deal with tanks just as well. Let's get into the rune page so that we can dive into the specifics. Okay, so I'm already looking at it sideways because I've Conquer, but then I realized we are playing off of AD, aren't we? And Conquer obviously does give the AD, Lethal Tempo does not give the AD, so we're gonna have to go for Conquer in this build. Triumph, this is very simple. You're resetting, you're killing champions, you want that HP back and a little bit of gold. Makes sense. It's the most Noxian rune you can get anyway. Legend Tenacity. I don't understand how this is even supposed to be explained, but listen, as Darius, you need to stay out of CC for the longest period of time possible. And maxing out on Tenacity is one way to do that. The second way is to literally dodge the CC by dodging the skill shots or not even being there in the first place. But if you get hit, make sure it's lowered. So get that tenacity. That's important. The more you move, the better. Last Stand. Anyone who has played Darius, I've said it before, I'll say it again, but anyone who has played Darius knows that you only start doing real damage after 5 stacks. And coincidentally, when you do have 5 stacks, you are below 60% HP. This is perfect for you. Last Stand is perfect. Now we go into the second tree, which is going to be Resolve. Second Wind. Okay, you can pick Bone Plating if you want. I don't know about Conditioning. I don't think that's a good idea because we're not sitting here waiting for resistances to come at top minutes. We can't do that. No, we don't have the time to do that. Between Second Wind and Bone Plating, depending on poke lane or all-in lane. Unflinching, this is the most important one too, because the lower you are, it pairs with Last Stand as well. The lower you are, the more dangerous you become. Not only do you do more damage, but you also stay out of CC for even longer because of the added tenacity and slow resistance, and this is pairing well. Now, these are two things that are happening at low HP. When you get into the build, there's going to be a few more things. And we'll do a roundup, put in a list, and tell you exactly what's happening as you get lower, because you start to become a completely dangerous champion when you are put down that low. As for your stats, attack speed, because it's the most important thing in here. If you want AD, just take it in the second row. And last but not least, you get whichever resistance works for you. Just not HP, because we're not sitting here trying to scale. We're trying to kill our opponent and get ahead. But this is Forbidden Combatant explained, the rune page. Now, let's get into the item build, because this is where the real juice is. Alright, so here we have the build. Core items. We have our armor, which is 20 plus 50. That's 70 armor. We have 70 magic resist here. We have 70 per damage that's coming, whether it's AD or AP. We also have 2 AD items. We also have a mythic passive of giving AD, so we actually get 10 plus 50 plus 65. Looking at around 125. But that's not everything, because you also have to include Lifeline. Lifeline is really good because when that shield procs, you also get even more AD, so it's AD stacking on top of that. So, and that's you getting low. Notice what I said about unflinching and Last Stand, because if you choose this item, if you go Spirit Shojin, now you become even more of a dangerous champion at low HP, because not only do you do more damage because of Last Stand, not only do you do more damage because of Shield Bow, not only are you less susceptible to CC because of unflinching, but you're also moving even faster because of Spirit Shojin. You have three things functioning for you at low HP, and when you get into these plays and a lot of things are starting to happen at low HP, you're proccing Death's Dance because of your resets. At low HP, it should be already stacked Force of Nature. At low HP, this is the most likeliest time that you're going to be using Gargoyle Stoneplate. Or if you're using Cleaver, when you're low HP, you already procced Cleaver on other champions. Now they're going to take even more damage. Everything is working together in terms of making you as strong as possible when you're taking extremely low. And everyone focuses me, so this sounds really good. Now, the reason I put this in situational is because there are going to be times where they have too many mixed damage sources, so you're going to have to use Gargoyle Stoneplate, and they might even have too many tanks, so you're going to have to go Cleaver, and your build might look like this. There's just one more thing I want to touch in on tanks. Oftentimes, if you are facing a tank, especially if you're laning against one, you might even have to pull this move. Instead of rushing Shield Bow, which only should be done if you know whoever you're facing isn't going to build that much armor. If you're facing a tank, I think what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to delay this item quite late, by the way, and get Cleaver first. After you get Cleaver, you finish Force of Nature, then you get the Death Dance, then Shield Bow comes into play, and then you have to choose between these two. That's the way I'm going to play it, and that's what I'm going to show. And next time I face a tank, I'm going to do a post-game commentary and show you exactly how it's working and how I would do it, if that's the case. But let's say they didn't have that many magic damage champions, right? You don't have to take this. You really don't. You could instead take Shojin and have a build that looks like this. But sometimes they don't even have they don't have that many tanks. So you don't even have to go Cleaver. Like I said, Cleaver is an option, but you don't have to do it, which will sometimes make your build look like this. And well, obviously this is, yeah, in that kind of order. Well, you're gonna have to watch me play it so that you can fully understand. But the point is, the game, the way it looks for the most part is you're doing this core build, and then these are the situation items you're choosing from, depending on what the game even looks like, what you're facing, how fed you are, and stuff like that. These are variables that you need to pay attention to. But don't worry, I will be showing you exactly how it works, not only on stream, but also in my post-game commentaries, just like I did in the last post-game commentary. So there you go. So that will be the Forbidden Combatant playstyle. I like this one. Now, one thing I do need to tell you guys is there is one more video I want to do, but it's more of a Season 13 playstyle roundup, and that's going to consist of Forbidden Tryhard, Forbidden Velocity, and Forbidden Combatant, because those are the three playstyles that I'll be doing for this season. And I'm going to rank them, and I'm going to compare them, and you're going to see exactly, oh, which one should I use at which time. And that's pretty much how I'm going to be functioning for, I'd say, the rest of the season, unless the meta shifts in a very strange way where I'd have to change it up a little bit. But don't worry, I'll be getting a lot of experience on the Rift, and I'll deal with it anyway, and get back to you guys on that. But other than that, what kind of skins are you going to be using on this? I like you can use between Dunkmaster and God King, because both, when you're dealing with when you're trying to even do pentakills and stuff like that, I think those two skins are really good at that. And that's just my choice. But that's not even all that important. You can use whatever skin you want. Other than that, thank you for watching the video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and watch more videos. Anyways, that's it from me. All my links are down in the description below. Check out my Twitch. And have a nice day. Peace. Late.
Nothing but